Hello and welcome to the Firearms Insider Gun and Gear Review Podcast. This is episode 186. On this show, we strive to showcase gun reviews, gear, and anything else that gun enthusiasts may be looking for. We provide approximate, unbiased, and honest perspective. I'm your host, Ryan Cross from the Firearms Radio Network, your source of broadcast for shooters, hunters, and all things firearms related. So we are back from a week-long vacation. I took a honeymoon, and nobody wanted to do the show without me, so that's what happened. So I'm back from the humid paradise that is Kauai, and ready to get back to the grind, literally. We got a full house actually tonight, and we have a brand new panelist who's never been on the show before. It's been a while since we had a new voice, so everyone say hi to Zane.
Hi, Zane.
Hi, Zane.
Hey, guys.
What's up? So, if you don't recognize all those voices that you heard, we do have Chad, Rob, Tony, and Sean in the house. But Zane, since you're new, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and your proficiencies, what you've qualified with, and what you did in guns recently.
Yeah, sure. I started shooting about 10 years ago in the Marines. I was a combat marksmanship coach in the Marines, NRA certified in several disciplines, trained with a couple different guys here and there. Carry a gun professionally, and I also teach, basic concealed carry classes. Pretty defensive minding. Most of my shooting is. I don't really play with guns. I do everything for a purpose, but. And recently, I went to the range and shot some Glocks. That's about it.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us. And Let's see, who else is next? Who wants to step up to the plate?
Nobody. I guess I'll go.
Come on, Tony. He said Marine. That's your cue.
Oh yeah, Tony, it's your cue, but I cut in. Sorry. I didn't really do all that much in the last 2 weeks while Ryan was hanging out, why or whatever he wants to say. I did go shoot some pistols, practice some 25-yard pistol drills, and that was about what I did. So it's probably not near as exciting as the long thing Tony's going to tell us about. Tony.
Really? The long thing I'm going to tell you about.
The long boring. Oh, sorry.
That might have been an innuendo. I'm not sure.
Okay. Let's see where to start. So Henry USA sent me a couple of 22 lever actions. They sent me a Golden Boy Youth model, and they also sent the new threaded Frontier model with a 24-inch barrel. So I decided to take the Golden Boy to shoot that happened on June 1st. I also brought my shiny revolver that was taken care of by, what's the name of the company again? Oh, Patriot Gun Polish. Because it was exciting. And my man Alan Wong actually handled the table with those firearms and had a lot of people fire their first rounds ever firearms. So I thought that was pretty cool. We had a lot of people turn out. Sean couldn't make it because he had something exciting he was doing at the time. So I got a lot of rounds downrange. Also, we did the instructors instructing instructors shoot on Memorial Day, which was a lot of high-speed shooters from the FBI, local PD, Princeton PD, who else? And a lot of IPSC. Was that IPSC?
No.
USPSA shooters were out there. So learned a lot of skill drills and stuff like that. So we had a pretty exciting 2 weeks. Just to let people know, if you missed this diversity shoot, the next one in Jersey will be August 3rd. And we got one coming up, hopefully in July in PA.
See, so Tony had to throw me under the bus right away for missing this event. I've had perfect attendance from day one. And until this event, I had actually been to more of Tony's events than Tony had.
We're even now.
Yeah, now we're even. Damn it. But yeah, we did. It was last Sunday. We did the instructors instructing instructors with Stuart Chepp and Sandy Muldoon and the whole crew that they brought out. That was a lot of fun. Got to try a bunch of different things. I brought, since most of the instructors we were dealing with were from New Jersey, I brought all the Pennsylvania stuff that you can't have in New Jersey. The RPK, the Matador Arms SKS that we did the review on, AR-15s that are not New Jersey compliant, and the VMAC 45, which is a modern a Mac 10, which I really like because I like running around doing hood rat stuff with my friends.
Word.
And then I was up at the Shooter's Gauntlet Stone Mountain machine gun shoot over the weekend with NJ Concealment Furniture and CYA Concealment and Veterans Manufacturing and High Speed Shooting Stabilizer and all the good people who showed up, unlike all the suppressor manufacturers.
What? Really? None of them showed?
All of them bailed at the last minute, dude. It was a total
wow.
I think a slap in the face to the organizers. I don't have any proof of that, but I don't know how all 6 manufacturers pull out like 2 days before the event, and not one of them says, well, yeah, no, I'll go and be the only game in town then. There was, fortunately, a local group from Stroudsburg, which is like 20 minutes north of where I am. Monroe, where the shoot was, is about 2 hours away. But they came out and had submachine guns and suppressors and all that stuff you could shoot. But it was a major disappointment, I know, to everybody, not just attendees, but the organizers too.
One of the reasons I was going was actually to speak to some of the suppressor companies to put something together for, 2A4E.
Well, you missed the event, and it was a net zero loss for you because there was none of them there, which was, like I said, a major bummer. The Patriot Patch booth was there. I purchased a patch. I got a bunch of the Shooter's Gauntlet patches that I'm assuming Ryan designed and Patriot Patch put together for the event. They were giving those out for free, so I took way more than my fair share because I know Tony's going to want to put those in swag bags for the second is for everyone diversity shoot. We should probably mention that 9 more times. And I'm doing a couple of little things off of my page to give those away to a couple of people who maybe wanted to be there but couldn't. So shoot my 1911 with a Yankee Hill machine suppressor on it. That was a gift from a friend of mine who's also a customer. It was kind of a Christmas bonus / Christmas present, but we did that with a well, I'm drawing a blank on the name of the barrel manufacturer, which is very disappointing.
Lake City.
Storm Lake.
Storm Lake, sorry. Yeah.
That's it. Storm Lake. Been real impressed with the barrel so far, and then getting to put a can on it and shoot it that way was a real treat. Yeah. So other than the suppressor manufacturers bailing, it was still a pretty fun weekend.
Awesome.
Cool.
Nice.
Does that leave Rob?
Yes.
Rob, you around, brother?
Rob, turn your microphone back on.
You're on mute, Rob.
Uh-oh. Looks like he's screwing with something.
Put another quarter in the machine, Rob.
Yeah, we can't hear him, so.
Didn't we do this last time, too?
I think so.
Wind it up.
Right.
New rubber band time. Hold on. He's getting something. Hold on. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Microphone.
Yeah, maybe.
One what?
I think he gave us the #1 sign.
Nope.
All right.
I'm gonna stall, say some more stuff while he's trying to get his stuff up and going.
Words and things.
Yep. So actually, when I got back from my honeymoon, the day that I landed back in Washington, I got a phone call, and I've been waiting for this phone call for about 11 months, and it was from my FFL. And as soon as I saw the number and the area code, I picked up the phone. I said, "You've got some good news for me, don't you?" They said, "Yep, Mr. Cross, your stamp's come in. You can come pick up your suppressor." So we beelined it. Nah, we took our time. I got there before closing, though. I got my M4 2000 5.56 suppressor finally.
He left his new wife at the luggage carousel.
There was a
Meet you at the
obese
house.
cloud in the shape of Ryan at the baggage claim. I had moved so fast. But yeah, so it attaches using the 51 tooth muzzle brakes. I've got my my Hebrew hammer, the Tavor right here. It's already got the appropriate muzzle device on there. So I've got a couple ARs that are already ready to accept this. Of course, I wanted to use it on my Tavor, knowing full well it's going to give me a chemical peel on the face from overgassing, but I don't care because it's still awesome. It's a bullpup and it's suppressed. So get some black duct tape, put it on the left side of the action, and I should not have a problem with gas after that. But tell me that doesn't look
great stuff. Awesome. Expanding foam, you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, just some ABS foam would be good.
Yeah, perfect.
So, wait a minute. You have a $1,500 rifle. I don't know how much suppressor, plus the $200 tax stamp and the stop gas from blowing in your face. You slap duct tape on the side.
Yep. Now, wow. See, the opposite could be said if I went out and I bought the Gearhead Works or the Midwest Industries replaced gasket gas port cover. And then other people would tell me, you're an idiot. You know how much duct tape costs? You could have fixed it like for free.
Well, yeah.
So I'm trying to be on the logical, like cheap side of things, but.
Dear Gearhead Works, please send a gasket for evaluation to Ryan Cross, care of.
Already on that. So that it's cool. Came in a multicam little molly pouch, and Silencer Shop sent me a tactical oven mitt so that I can take off my hot suppressor and then also pull my chimichangas out of the oven. So I'm pretty happy about that.
See, you can pull the
the world of suppressors.
Yeah, you can pull the
just what you need for Taco Tuesday.
Yeah,
that's right.
But you can't put it anywhere because it's going to burn anything you set it on.
It's going to be awesome.
You can set it on this, supposedly.
In the meantime, tune in for the Ryan Cross Puppet Show.
It smells like asbestos. No, I'm just kidding.
Deep breath.
Keep inhaling that.
All right, so got that in. Still waiting on some other cool gun stuff. I got some Glock 19 holsters, although I currently don't have a 19, so I have to remedy that soon too. Rob, you up and going yet?
Speaking of duct tape, you there, Rob?
He can hear us. I don't think we can hear him still.
Negative, nope. Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
All right. Well,
ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm gonna start doing the announcements then, and when you pipe up, we'll circle back and let you talk about if you did do anything in guns. All right. So the announcements. Bandwidth sponsor for this podcast is Patriot Patch Co. And so we got a new patch of the month has dropped for June. So it's up on the website right now. That's an M80 firecracker. Hopefully you're old enough to have some experience with these handheld ordnance. They were a joy. I'm just old enough to gotten to play with some of them before they became really rare to find in my area. So yeah, it's an M80. It's got the fuse lit. It's got our logo on there. Patriot Patch Co. Says M80 firecracker, do not hold in hand. And it's a must-have patch for your 4th of July celebrations. And because we did it in June, just like the fireworks stands that are already starting to pop up everywhere, you can get this ahead of time in preparation for Independence Day. So you're welcome. So $15 gets you enrolled in the Patch of the Month Club. So for June, if you're just enrolling or you're already enrolled, you'll get this M80 patch and a matching vinyl sticker. It should ship by June 10th, which is at the time of recording this, T-minus 4 days. So look forward to that. As far as pre-order patches go, all we have right now is Till Death Do Us Part, which is a wedding-themed morale patch. I don't know where that idea came from. Actually, we had somebody ask for it specifically, and it was a coincidence that I was getting married at the same time. It's May. What do you expect? It's a wedding season. So it's got a couple on the top of a cake, much like a decorative cake topper. The bride is rocking dual Glocks. Call them 43s, call them 26s. I don't care. The groom is rocking a FN Scar 17. I do care about that. And
surprised it's not a Tavor.
Well, I gotta appease the Scar guys. There's a lot more Scar guys than there are Tavor guys.
The Scar is a phenomenal gun. Don't ever doubt the Scar.
Yeah.
Why not the Hebrew hammer?
Why not something with more Magpul accessories?
Oh yeah, Magpul.
That one,
Well, I can only put so much Magpul in the Tavor, so I did myself a favor there.
No, what really happened is the Magpul check did not clear this month, so he decided to kind of back off of Magpul.
yeah,
That's it.
did.
That
Didn't you see that?
explains it.
No, I bought
you see
some
the
board
Scar
shorts
thing?
and it didn't fit my fat ass, so I had to send it back, and now I'm not very happy with Magpul right now.
Oh.
Didn't that scarf fit you fine though in Hawaii?
Yeah,
Nice.
nice. Yes, I wear shmaga when I'm traveling.
Oh, you mean a scarf?
And
Wait,
yes,
wait a
I
minute.
pronounce it like that.
What the hell did
All right.
you just say?
I think
Don't worry about it.
Shmaga.
Shit,
He
dude.
has smegma. I wear smegma.
Wow, man, come on.
It's Schmagpool. So anyway, to death to us part. That's a thing. Also, we have the Safe Space 2.0 patch, which is we kind of forgot that we were having it made. So all of a sudden it showed up, and we're like, oh yeah, we need to add this to the website. So it is available right now. There is no pre-order. So this is my Safe Space. It was the first patch of the month back in October 2016. A lot of people were bummed out that they didn't hear about the Patch of the Month Club and they missed out. It was already November or December. So it's been like our most requested patch to remake. And so we finally did it. So it's a different design, but it's the same concept. It's an opened gun safe. And so you got all sorts of boxes of ammo and rifles and pistols, ammo boxes, magazines, even a couple grenades and a flashbang in there. So basically, this is your safe space, making fun of the triggered generation of millennials that need a safe space when they feel stressed or endangered because you don't agree with their feelings. So this is our safe space, which is obviously where we keep all of our guns and ammo. Oh, it's also got a Mossberg 500 on the floor of the safe too, because I wanted to
I
get.
don't appreciate you snooping around my safe and using it to make a patch and then not even giving me like.
You should at least give him a kickback, man.
Oh, you have an AR
not
and an
asking
AK and a Mac and a Mossberg 500. I'm sorry, I just assumed that
How
was
many
common.
more of your friends got? Never mind. I don't
and,
have grenades in my safe.
it's
I
kind
am kind of upset because I was promised that when I bought that safe space patch, nobody else would ever have another patch like that. You never do another one.
You would go there, wouldn't you?
Yes.
If you have both,
And these are your friends.
if you have
Yeah.
both patches, then you get super secret squirrel status. But if
I'm
you
a
missed
Rocco
out on
Mole.
the
I'm not
first
Secret
one,
Squirrel. He's too cool.
if you missed out on the first one, here's your chance to get in on the action. So that is on the website. We're working on some really cool things with Patriot Patch Co. New products. We are growing, and that's part of my stress right now. I've got a lot of things pulling me in different directions, but we got some cool stuff coming down the pipeline for Patriot Patch Co. So stay tuned for that. Let's see, other announcements. You can catch Ryan and Chad at TriggerCon July 27th through 30th. I think Chad's still coming up.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. So
Oh,
he's gonna be sleeping on my couch, and I'm gonna be.
I don't need to know that.
Stealing when he's sleeping. I'm gonna be going through his wallet.
Well,
Hopefully
there
he
won't be any
brings all
money
his
in it.
fun toys
do
up here.
Why do you think I'm staying at your house?
So if you're in Western Washington or you're traveling over here in July, basically Rainier Arms and a bunch of their companies partners are hosting this event. It's going to be like the SHOT Show of the Pacific Northwest. So it's going to be in Tacoma. Range Day is the 27th, or Industry Day at the range. And then basically the 28th to the 30th, they're going to have different events on the floor of the Tacoma Event Center. I'm going to be there slinging patches for Patriot Patch Co. And Chad's going to be walking around buying things that he doesn't need.
Buying
or buying things for me because I'm not charging him room and board.
It's okay. I'm buying things for you, and
There you go.
trying to get stuff to review. You got to remember that.
Yep, that's how you got to hustle, man. That's how it works.
That's right. I mean, if you see me walking around without my shirt,
wow, that's something wrong with that picture right there.
Awkward. All right, so then we got the listener support program.
Wow, that just went somewhere quickly.
I'm rolling past it. Don't make it awkward. So the new listener support program, it's not really new anymore. If you go to firearmsradio.tv and go to the pledge page, you can pledge support to this podcast or any of your favorite podcasts. So if you like what we do and you want to help us keep the lights on and keep us funded so that we can buy new products to review, you can go ahead and do that. And the more you pledge, the more sizable the reward you get in return in the form of Patriot Patch swag. So stickers, patches, shirts, cleaning mats. We're going to give that stuff to you depending on how much money you pledge to this podcast. So that's how that works. If you also want to support the Firearms Radio Network, please use the affiliate link at firearmsradio.tv/Amazon when you're doing your Amazon shopping. Now, other announcements before we get into the Black Bag Resources coupon codes. The contest giveaway that I was doing, the Magpul Enhanced AR-15 mag release, all you had to do was leave us an iTunes review and guess how many Magpul t-shirts I own. We have a winner, folks. It's amazing. So we got a bunch of, while I was gone over the last week, we had, 4 more iTunes reviews with only 2 more guesses as to how many shirts I have, or 2 new guesses. But somebody guessed it right on the nail of the head. So if you're listening and your iTunes handle is Nate913, and the number 8913. They guessed 4 Magpul shirts. He said, "Great show, good info, entertaining. 4 Magpul shirts." And he said in parentheses, "Please don't have me go through every YouTube video to find out." I did hint that I would wear all the shirts I had, and then that would kind of give you a clue. So the contest should have only gone for 4 weeks, and bam, it worked out just like I wanted to. So congratulations, person whose name I'm not really sure what your real name is. I'm assuming it's Nate. Go ahead and email me at gungearreview@gmail.com, and I will send you this Magpul Enhanced mag release for your AR-15. Bam. That's how that works. Congratulations.
Ooh.
Thank you for
Yeah,
the 3 other people that tried to guess. I do appreciate that. I will read the other iTunes reviews at that appropriate segment in the show today, but we're going to keep on going through. Rob, did you get your mic figured out?
Can you hear me?
No.
Yes, I can.
Oh.
Okay.
Thanks, Sean. I love you too.
All right. So
hey, Rob, can you hear us?
No, I can't hear you, Tony. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he can hear us. All right, let's get through the rest of the announcements and the Black Bag Resources stuff, and then we'll get back to Rob about what he did in Guns this week, to be fair, and then we'll get on with the product spotlight. So, Black Bag Resources, Sean, what do you got for us?
20% off 1911 wood grip panels manufactured by NJ Concealment Furniture with coupon code TIMBER, and that's good until June 30th. The other one you can use is Simon Says Train, and that gets you free shipping on any order, and the products will be donated directly to Tony, and the second is for Everyone Diversity Shoot.
Nice.
So if you use Simon Says Train, you're not getting free shipping on your order that's coming to your house. That means you're donating your entire purchase to Tony and his event. Yeah. If you want some really cool looking wood grip panels for your full size 1911, not for the smaller ones, they're only the full size right now. 20% off with coupon code TIMBER.
Cool.
That'll do.
Yep. And then last announcement, if you live in Washington State and have private property that we can shoot at, hit us up. I'm still working on a strong possibility. I'll go ahead and give a shout out to a new shooting range that did just open up in Lakewood, Welter's Gun Shop. They just opened up a new location that has probably one of the largest indoor shooting ranges in Washington State. It's been under construction for a long time, and I think I heard a rumor that they just finished this week or last week. So if you're driving on Interstate 5 and you're going past Bridgeport before you get to 512 and Tacoma, you're in Lakewood, you'll see a big sign that says WGS shooting range. That's it. So just get off at like Gravely Lake or Bridgeport, and then it'll be on so what do you call that? South Tacoma Way. Or no, wait, that's Old Pacific Highway. Whatever. If you're from Washington, you'll probably find it. So I'm hoping to give them a try.
Wow.
Some plug, right? Who wouldn't want to pay for that promotion?
Thank you, Google Maps.
Yeah. So I heard some good things. I haven't been in there yet. I think you're going to be rent guns as well. I heard that it's going to be hourly. So you kind of, I guess, estimate how long you're going to be in there. And I don't know whether they hold your credit card open while you shoot. And then if it takes you 5 hours and they charge you for 5 hours, I still need to verify all those facts on how that works. But I'm hoping to get a free situation so I can shoot all my toys and not have to worry about somebody like, following me home and stealing my stuff. So yeah, that's the announcements. So Rob, what'd you do in guns this last couple weeks?
Well, see, 2 weeks ago, I was up in North Carolina with the family. We were having a range day, and basically it was a big bore day. Everything from 5.56, 300 Blackout, 300 Winchester Magnum, threw in there a couple 300 Remington Ultra Mag rifles, and then 338 Lapua, which of all the guns we shot, the 338 Lapua did not kick anywhere near as bad as I thought it would. And that was just a fun range day with the family. And then last weekend, I went out to the local range with my AR-10, shot that, sighted that in with the new night scope I got for it, and then learned that, or confirmed rather, that just because they put a red T-shirt on that says range safety officer doesn't mean they're a intellectual when it comes to firearms. Because after I sighted my rifle in, I put a can on it, and of course it started stovepiping, and my first thought was, okay, there's too much back pressure, the bolt's cycling too fast, and it's stripping the next round before it ejects the spent shell casing. RSO comes over, oh, the bolt's going too slow. I'm sitting there going, that doesn't sound right, because if the bolt was going too slow, the casing would be on the floor. Well, 3 bays down, there's a guy who does who's actually got a firearm manufacturer license. He goes, yeah, you put that on there, and the bolt's going too fast. Of course, now the RSO is like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. So yeah, that's okay, no big deal. But for those of you out there, as we all know, just because you put on that nice red shirt or yellow shirt or whatever color shirt they have you wear, and this says range safety officer, does not mean you know everything about every gun that walks into that range. But no, I had a great time. Weekend with the family, and then just a weekend out there shooting, doing some more long range shooting with my AR-10.
Nice.
And cool. I got to teach range safety officer a thing or two about the firearms.
Sweet. Well, this week I figured we would follow suit and pick like a certain segment of the industry of new products that were released at NRA 2017 or just this year. So this week we're going to be talking about optics. So I picked kind of 2 manufacturers because they have 2 new products for this year, and they're kind of polar opposites as far as price goes. They're not too far apart from each other, but one you might be pleasantly surprised because you used to associate them with like lower end optics, and then one you'd be surprised with because you associate them with higher end optics. Both of them have prices that kind of meet in the middle, and it might be an option for you if you are a tactical shooter. Both of these scopes are tactical scopes, all 4 of them. So we're going to try and get through them without burning up too much time. So first off, we're going to be talking about 2 new scopes from TrueGlow. And this is what I was talking about. TrueGlow, I mean, I associate that with like $20, $30 red dots that you'd throw on your paintball gun or your first like gun. And, when I was a kid, that was like the first brand of optic I got into just because it was real dirt cheap.
Guilty as charged.
Yep. I mean, you'd get it in the little clamshell packaging, pull it right off the shelf.
You take it to the range a few times and go, okay, this ain't going to work.
Right. But I mean, usually that's the first time we're ever exposed to what it's like shooting with like an illuminated reticle or something that can go red and green, even though there's only 5 brightness settings for each. So it looks like that they're stepping up and they're offering something that's a little bit more expensive than what you're familiar with seeing from TrueGlow. But with that, you're also getting some quality you're not used to seeing from TrueGlow as well. So the 2 scopes are called the Eminus and the Omnia. Not the Ominous and the Anima. Don't get it confused. So
Wow.
the Eminus and the Omnia come in 2 different flavors each. So there's 4 scopes total. So the Eminus comes in a 9 and a 4. So the did I get that right? I think I got that right. You guys are still hung up on the Anima joke, aren't you?
No, the magnification is 3 to 9 and 4 to 16.
There you go. On the Eminus.
Oh.
See right there? Yeah, you get the 539 TLR 3 to 9 with a 42 millimeter objective, and the 541 is a 4 to 16 with a 42 millimeter objective. They both have a 30 millimeter tube.
Slow down there.
Quarter MOA. I'm sorry.
He's on a roll. Let him keep going.
All right. So the Eminus 9 and the Eminus 16. So the number at the end of the model is the designation for the maximum magnification.
Yay!
All right. Now we're on the same page.
All right.
Yep.
So they both have illuminated MOA TPR reticles. Anyone have any clue what TPR stands for?
Yeah, it's their TacPlex reticle.
Nice.
That's what is it. Well, if you click on the little reticle picture, that's what comes up.
Good
and it
going,
shows,
class.
I mean, it actually looks like a decent reticle. I mean, a useful reticle, I guess, would be those. Some of those little hash marks might be a little hard to see, but besides that,
yeah. If this is a first focal plane, which I
doubt it. Is it a first focal plane?
Is it?
Doubt it.
I wouldn't think so for $400.
No,
I don't know. I couldn't find it, so I doubt it.
As a second focal plane, I hope that those etchings aren't too fine to pick up for someone who has anything but perfect vision.
I would be surprised if it's a first focal plane.
Yeah, so let's operate under the assumption that it's the second focal plane.
Yeah.
It does have side focus dialing, 20 yards to infinity. I love that parallax adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
It's got leaf spring turret control with positive and responsive click adjustments. It's both water and shock resistant, not proof resistant. They do say it's nitrogen gas and fog proof construction, but I don't know if it's the same amount of weatherproofing as other scopes like Vortex and Night Force and Loophole and things like that. It does come with its own mount, which is something that I do really like seeing in a scope. Sometimes you have only one mount you really like. It's like if it's a one-piece mount like the Burris Pepper or Peeper or something else. But it looks like it does come with its own the Aptus M1 mount. So it's really designed for mounting on like an AR-15 or another modern sporting rifle. It gives you like the ideal height over bore and lining up with your eye, and it's pretty strong, being that it's a one piece. So as far as taking it off and then putting it on another scope, it shouldn't be like too crazily off zero, theoretically.
Yeah, on the other tab, it does say it's a second focal plane.
Okay, good.
So
the turrets do lock. So if you're into that, you want to lock your turrets down so that they don't drift and you lose your zero. That's there too. They are a little bit more tactical turrets. They don't stick out all that far, but they definitely have enough texture to get a good grip with your fingers and rotate it. But as far as snagging on brush, if you're using it for hunting applications, I don't think they're sticking out too far to be a problem there. It does look like it also has a throw included on there for your adjusting your magnification, which is great because if you like Vortex scopes and you like me, another $30, $40 just to buy a throw for your new scope. So it's good that it comes with it, and I hope more scope manufacturers follow suit and include that.
Yeah, I'm with you there, especially on the other scope we're going to talk about. But
yeah, the throw's nice.
Even no matter what scope it is, I mean, the throws are nice, and I couldn't see where it said it came with one, but I'm assuming it does since all the pictures show it, and it comes with a mount. So
if it's pictured with it and doesn't come with it, that's kind of cheesy, especially if there are no disclaimers.
Right. So, you know,
that included base, that mount they include with it, just from their picture, it looks real junk to me. I don't know. Maybe that's just not good photography, but that I don't think I would leave that in that mount.
I kind of wish they'd show the other side so I could get a better idea. But
yeah, I mean, with the burst, you've got 3, basically 6 screws on each ring cap. Or this one, you're only looking at 2 on each side, so 4 total per cap for that ring.
Yeah, so I really don't know what it would be like, but those 2 cross pins look kind of like they're just pressed in, kind of like some of the inexpensive scope rings.
Well, I mean, looks like that. Yeah, but for $369 for the 4-16, it's hard to beat. Just read the manual and do not over torque them, because you might never be able to tighten them down again if they're a low quality mount.
Or get them off.
Yeah, without using a Dremel or some kind of cutter.
Yeah, I'd be curious what the clarity is like on these things, but you know.
Well, there's a lot of AR-15 owners that are just cheap. You know, they want the DPMS Oracle for $399.
Quit calling me cheap. I'm frugal.
Yeah, right. So
no, you're cheap.
And they cheap out on optics too, and so they're really looking for the best bang for their buck, even though they don't really know what the best is. So if they're in like the entry level, I give them a pass, because they'll learn eventually the hard way, but they'll learn eventually if they're serious about shooting their gun and getting better.
If I know then what I'd know now, I wouldn't have a drawer full of freaking junk scopes.
They are hard to get rid of, aren't they?
Yeah. I would just say Vortex, first focal plane, and be done with it.
I'm not going to argue with that. I won't.
With a pair of at least 6, what do you call them? 6 screws per ring scope mounts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would not do 2 screws per ring. 4 is minimum, 6 is preferred, and a really, really good scope mount.
Yeah, hopefully it's good, because at that price, you would kind of worry.
At that price, I'd also be interested in how well it holds zero for bouncing around in the truck or something like that.
Well, if somebody has some, I'll be more than glad to take it to a top of basically a 30-foot high building and drop it off there and see if it'll hold zero.
Someone wants to send me one, I'll bounce around my truck.
Yeah. Don't forget to drag it behind your truck too. That's a universal standard.
Right.
Testing.
Oh, we can do that.
Just throw it in the back of your pickup and drive down a gravel road with washboards, and you'll probably.
I live down one of those, so I can do that.
Exactly.
Well, very few people know the automobile was actually developed by the U.S. Ordnance Department just to test firearms by dragging them behind the vehicles. That was the only purpose of it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's all that World War II footage of the Jeeps. That wasn't to test the Jeep. It was to test the guns in them.
Yeah, I mean, one of the first firearms to actually be dragged behind a vehicle was the Browning automatic rifle. That's why they came up with the internal combustion engine. So and that tradition has continued with every idiot YouTuber ever.
So Tony, was the BAR so heavy that a horse couldn't pull it? That's why they came up with the internal combustion engine.
I don't know.
Like he wasn't there.
Yeah, I know you were there. You tell me.
Those things are heavy. You ever shot one of those things?
Like saying the Wrights invented the airplane in 1903 because they took a car trip across America in 1902 with their families.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with a BAR. It's one of those nostalgia firearms, like in theory, and it's fun to shoot at the range if you just take it from your car to the and back. But in real life, when you have a bipod that spins completely around the barrel and it's way heavier than it ever needs to be, yeah, it stinks.
Yeah,
So,
but you could really test one of these True Glow scopes on it to see
I'm
if
thinking,
it holds.
truthfully, one of the best ways to test one of the scopes is this, and I know people hate it: a spring-powered air rifle.
Oh, here
22
we
caliber
go.
spring-powered air rifle, and pull the trigger, and it will probably kill most scopes because it recoils in both directions.
How about a 50 BMG?
No,
I'll
get
the 50 BMG.
Some of the air guns are harder on them. That's why they have a certain class of air gun scopes, because a regular high power, like one of the 22 caliber air rifles that's doing like 1600 feet per second or something, they'll demolish a scope quick.
Yep.
They basically rattle into pieces.
Well, as a friend of mine who I won't even bring up says, buy once, cry once. So if you purchase quality stuff, you probably won't be kicking yourself in the butt because you got something that you had to buy new rings for, new base for, and you have pretty much a average that you just dumped a whole lot of money in when you could put the exact same amount of money into something better.
Your friend sounds like a real smart guy, Tony. He's probably ugly as sin, though.
No, he's a douchebag.
Hey, Tony.
Yes.
But see, one of these scopes, would go good on a high point carbine.
Well, if Trugo wants to send me,
I'm trying to help you out here, okay, Tony? Keep going with your spiel. If Trugo wants to send
really, what means quality to me is when you use a Latin term for long distance, in the name of your scope, it really means it's quality. I had to dig deep for that, and I had to, find out exactly what it meant. And yeah, it means like from afar or something in Latin. So I'm really impressed.
Well, they give you the definition. It says from a distance.
Yeah.
Like the Bette Midler song?
Yeah, the Bette Midler song. That's all I was thinking about.
What?
Right.
From a distance.
Wow.
Whatever, dude. Okay. You don't have culture.
All right. So the other scope from True Glow is the Omnia, and this one is a little bit more catered to specifically the AR-15. So this is the Omnia 4 and the Omnia 6. So obviously the 4 is the 1-4 by 24, very, very popular low magnification range for AR-15 carbines and the like. For people that want a little extra magnification, the 1-6 is also a very popular option. So they do have both. So at 1 power, it gives you the advantage of having a very wide field of view and still using the illumination sort of like a quick red dot. But of course, you can then zoom in with it too, for if you're shooting 100 yards, you want to see your groups a little bit better, get a little bit better accuracy out of it. There you go. It also they do come with the quick zoom lever, that throw we were talking about. This also has one on there. So that is, even though as a whole package, it might not be like a quality that I come to expect in a scope that I'm going to put on my AR-15. I do appreciate that they're starting this trend where nobody else is throwing all these extra add-ons to their scope in the box. So if everyone can get on board with that, I would be a much, much happier boy. But so far, it seems like True Glow, I think they're probably getting these cheap overseas, and I'm hoping that the quality is as best as it can be for the price point. But
well, these are going to sell whether they're quality or not, because low power variable optics are all the rage right now. And like you said, a lot of people are cheap and they want to throw it. A good LPVO is going to cost you $1,000, but someone's not going to spin that. This is going to sell, and it's interesting. I'd be interested to get my hands on one of these just to play around with.
Yep. So the reticle on this guy, it's a lot more minimal. So you have 3 basically pinpoints. There is no vertical, and it kind of gives you a BDC horseshoe similar to like an ACOG or one of those FACOGs, or kind of similar in that the prism scope category. So you have a horseshoe, you got some Stadia or some BDC lines below that. So that should give you at least 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe the 500 yards. And then you'll have to figure out what the top of that bottom post is going to be for you, your 800 yard or something like that. But not a bad scope for if you're just getting into competition, 3-gunning, or you just like taking your AR-15 or your SCAR or your Tavor, as Rob likes to call it, and take it to the range and get a little bit better groups at 100 yards versus just using iron sights or a no magnification red dot. Price point seems to be the same on this too, as far as the lower end 280, the higher end 369. What were you going to say, Zane?
I was going to say, it looks like they zeroed it to a 5,200 meter zero, which is my preferred zero. So that's kind of cool. Or not the zeroed it, but the BDC drop.
Yeah, it's a 50/200 meter zero, I believe.
Yeah, that's my preferred zero on an AR, so that's kind of cool.
Yep, because for that close work, especially competitions, there's a lot of targets at 50 yards that you'd be surprised you could drop one out of the higher point ring if you're zeroed at 100 and your height to your bore to scope height is a little bit off. So at that close range, you could be shooting low and outside that scoring ring.
Right.
Cool. So yeah, I'm glad that they're doing this. It looks like it comes with the same exact same one piece mount as the Eminus. So like we said, hopefully it's good. But if it's not good, throw it out, or give it to your kids so they can mount something.
Put it in a box with an A2 pistol grip and send it to Tony Simon at the secondary.
There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the things that we all know, I go for the budget, whatever I can afford. But one of the reasons everybody jumped on Vortex was because they had that awesome warranty. So I'm looking at the price. It's not that much different than some Vortex, especially, at the price range for some of the 1 to 4. So I check out the limited warranty. The warranty is 90 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer's no.
It says lifetime limited warranty. Where are you getting the 90 days from?
Oh, I went to their frequently asked questions, and then I said the length of warranty may vary up to a limited lifetime warranty, but see the package for specifics. So they won't even give you the specifics on their website about what that means. Now, if it's not marked with a specific warranty, never mind, I apologize. If it's not marked with a specific warranty, we will guarantee it to be free from defect for 90 days from purchase. But they're yet to explain what limited lifetime means on their own website. You have plenty of space. It's a website.
I think we all know that Vortex has the probably best warranty. So
a loophole's not bad either. Well, you should know that, Oregon boy. Come on now.
Well, I think Vortex started it where it's like no questions asked, no nothing. We don't care if you're the first or 50th owner of the scope. If it breaks, we'll fix it.
Loophole will, if you drive over it on purpose, they won't take it back, but Vortex probably will.
And actually, that reminds me.
Actually, they had a Vortex. Really well, buddy was having a problem with his, and they told him, "Go ahead and beat it up. If you break it, who cares? We're going to replace it for you. So go ahead and put the wrench on it and torque the sucker."
Because I was at NRA and they had a picture of a scope that somebody looked like he just literally trucked behind his truck, and they just said, "Okay, we're going to send him a new scope," and they sent him a new scope. So,
and here's another one. Remember when I was doing that review on the Vortex Spark AR?
Yeah.
And I ripped the cover right off and I just tore it and it was no longer usable. I finally got around to emailing Vortex, and literally within like 36 hours, bam, I had my new cover. They were like, "Oh yeah," I gave them my address in the initial email, and they took care of it like promptly. I was like, "Holy cow, that was quick."
Well, I really think too, you got to look at, a lot of them will say this is warranted to the first owner or to whatever. Vortex is, you can sell it 50 times. We don't care.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I feel bad because I wanted to help give True Glow
Sorry.
some press, and we are talking about Vortex again. I didn't start it though. You can't blame it on me.
Nope, we can't blame you this time.
All right.
My thing is this:
question
though,
on
if you're selling, go ahead.
Question on this I don't know if this is common, but for the 1 to 4s and 1 to 6s is half MOA adjustments standard? Because I was thinking quarter MOA was probably standard for the adjustments.
No, that pretty much almost probably 90% of them or more are the half MOA on.
Are they? Okay. I haven't played with many. I was just
on-
noticing that.
1 to 6.
Yeah, it's cheaper and easier.
Yeah, and really because of what they're used for, it's now if you went some of the 1 to 8s, I'm not sure about, but when you get up to about 8 power, I would think that a quarter might work a little better. But I mean,
Yeah.
But like you said, Ryan, my thing is this: inexpensive is fine as long as you have a decent warranty. If you don't have a decent warranty, then pretty much you may be spending your money and just throwing it away. And that's not what I support.
Yeah. Well, we don't exactly know what Trueglow's what the facts are with their warranty. Hopefully, it's good.
But again,
if you're interested,
you have plenty of space.
Go into your local dealer and find out.
I mean, if you've been thinking about a low power, a low power variable optic, and you don't want to jump in head first, this would be something you could throw on your AR to see if you like, and if you like it, then go drop money on something.
Well, and the other thing too is I mean, we're saying MSRPs, so is it going to be the 1 to 4 going to be $200 at your local store?
I did see the Eminus 9 for like $220 or something online already. They are fairly new,
Right.
So it's going to take a while for them to propagate, but you can find them online for probably $70 less than the MSRP, somewhere around there.
Right. So drop maybe 20% or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, in that case, it makes it sound like a much better deal. I mean, at least to me, really, I mean, if they hold up and they look clear enough for you, then yeah, go for it. I mean,
it'll give kind of Burris and Bushnell kind of a run for their, or just more competition. I wouldn't say a run for their money because I need to compare them side by side, but it's going to be in the same category as the Bushnells, the tactical AR scopes from Bushnell, and I think Burris is a little higher quality, but they've got something around that too.
You just do what I do. You buy the scope, you play with it for a little while, then you go, I'm going to buy a new scope and sell it to somebody else.
Looks like Buds has the 1 to 4 for $161.
There you go.
There you go.
So
can't be upset with that.
Nope.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying,
for
True Glow's
less
awesome.
than $200.
True Glow's awesome. They should really send me their 1 to 4 so I can put on my high point card.
that's right.
Or you could sell those A2 grips I sent you and then buy one.
If
you sell an A2 grip for $5 times
what's he going to do?
40
Put him in
I've sent you.
a gallon drum and say take a handful for $1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who the heck's gonna buy them for $5?
The only way I can sell an A2 grip for $5 is to stick $5 in the A2 grip.
I hope somebody steals it.
Oh, I'm going to remember that one. That was good. All right, so now on to SIG. So SIG has got a couple new scopes for the new year. They added a new optic to the SIG Romeo 4 line. And so what it basically is, it's a Romeo 4, but it has a 2 MOA dot and 65 MOA circle reticle, aka the EOTech reticle that everyone's familiar with the holographic scopes. So I like that reticle a lot for the AR-15. It's really easy to pick up. You're not really hunting around for the optic if you're kind of shooting in a hurry. I don't know anyone that uses the 65 MOA as a holdover point, but I guess you could.
Boy, that'd be one heck of a holdover.
It would be.
Actually, the bottom of that 65 MOA gives you like a 7-yard zero with an AR.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Is what that does. So, if you're like trying to shoot USPSA target or something in the head at like 5 to 7 yards or something, you can hold on the bottom hash of that circle, and you pretty much should be right on target.
But that's knifing range, and from what I've seen on the internet lately, if they're within 7 yards, you got to go close quarters with that blade.
No, we are not giving that guy any airtime. No.
All right.
No.
But really, Chad really knows what he's talking about with that 65 MOA. I've heard that before, and Chad should know because him and Eugene Stoner went to school together.
Well,
he dated his sister, actually.
Not. She was pretty hot.
Didn't you mean?
I can't believe you're talking about your sister that way.
No, Eugene Stoner's sister.
Yeah, sure, whatever you want to say.
All right.
I was gonna say that Holosun that I have, that I did a review on, it has that 65 MOA circle. So I have tried it. It does work that way. So.
But now you can get it in a more expensive SIG package now. So I mean, SIG Optics, they're really doing a good job with the quality over there. It's just not a lot of people can afford a SIG scope, especially like the Tango and the Whiskey and whatnot. But if you're looking for a red dot and you're not like an endpoint kind of guy, and you want something a little bit nicer than Vortex, or that looks nicer, I guess. The SIG Romeo might be up your alley. MSRP is $600. Of course, you're going to be able to find it less on the store shelf. I'm sure one of you guys have seen it for less than that in person.
Yeah, I don't know this particular one, but I've seen the Romeo 4s, some of the different models, and they're actually quite a bit less than their MSRP.
Well, the Romeo 4 is like $200.
So, Romeo 4 is like $200.
No, I mean the Romeo 5. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because that's their smaller, less expensive one. But I think the 4s have some of the options that those don't. The best, one of my preferences for the SIG Optics with these is they have their MOTAC system, which is their motion activated illumination system. The power's on when it senses motion. Powers down when it just sits there. And it actually seems to work on the ones that I've seen and shot. So that's kind of a nice thing, because really that way you can pick it up. The sight's off until you pick it up or bump it or anything like that. And it makes a really nice kind of package that way.
Well, and it's supposed to give it like 50,000 battery hours plus.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a week.
Right. A week.
No, but I mean, I think it's a really great idea to have that. My question is this: isn't this the same price range as some aim points and the Trijicon MRO?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's supposed to compare and be a competitor with the aim points. It's my guess. I don't know. I've shot one of the regular 4s with a 2 MOA dot, and the dot was super clear, really clear, and the sight was nice. So, that's about all I can say about them. I mean, I think the price is a little bit high, but like we all say, price.
Street prices. Optics Planet has it for $499.99 free shipping.
Right. So
right
when
up there with the aim points, the MROs.
Yeah, and wait a few years or get one of the different models if you want. I know that they're a good site, so at least
also has a 5-year warranty on it in case you jack it up. I mean, you have plenty of time to figure out whether it works or not, especially if you run it, through a season of 3-gun or whatever, take some classes. You have plenty of time to figure out if something's wrong with it and get it back.
I will mention that not everybody realizes this, but like the windage, or is that the elevation knob, or maybe both of them? They're semi-protected by the actual housing. It ramps up the side, up the front, and up the back, so that it helps so you won't snag those and bust them off.
Yeah, but I think those are caps you have to screw off to.
They are, but you can still, if they don't have that little ramp system, you can still catch them on stuff, and you could bust them or damage them enough you can't get the cap off. Then
so it's like trapezoidal. It's kind of like the stealth bomber. It's got kind of like sharp angles. So it kind of helps in making it more streamlined. So if you're, really close up against a wall or something, it's going to prevent those turrets from getting damaged, or those knobs.
Right.
Knobs. And it uses a CR 2032 battery. So praise Duracell. Hallelujah.
I was waiting.
Yeah.
I was waiting. I figured Sean would make that comment, but okay.
I'll take it. I don't mind low hanging fruit. I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So this next optic from SIG actually goes along with the Romeo. So it's called the Juliet. Go figure. And it perfectly mates up with Romeo to be used in conjunction. Although historically those two characters didn't end very well, but the Juliet 4 magnifier.
These optics last for about 3 days, and then you got nothing.
Yeah, then they both killed themselves. So the Juliet 4 is a 4 times magnifier, not a 3 times, a 4 times. So you get an extra power level compared to other magnifiers like the G33 from EOTech, the Vortex VMT 3X, or I probably screwed that up, VMX 3T. So it's to pair with your red dot. You don't have to run the SIG red dot in front of it. It's just you can use this independently on its own with any manufacturer red dot in front of it. This does come with a quick release mount, which is really nice. So you'll be able to repeatable 0, which they say repeatable 0, but it's a magnifier, so there really isn't. There's kind of there's not like a reticle to keep 0, but as long as it comes back to the same spot where it's lining up with your optic and the parallax and all that, I guess that's repeatable 0. Nice trick there, SIG. I like how you rewarded that.
And it runs off a 90-degree, so you can flip it up 90 degrees, kind of like that Vortex.
Yeah. It's not like a rotating swinging mount. It's more like a flip out of the way, flip into line of view, which is kind of nice. I like that versus the rotating of the EOTech that I had. That was kind of weird.
And then with the quick disconnect mount, like you said, that's gonna, if you don't want it on there, it's super easy to take it off. So flip it up, flip it down, or just flip a lever and pop it off and stick it in your pocket or something.
Exactly. Or like if your optic goes down for whatever reason, obviously your magnifier isn't any good to you if your batteries are dead, and you either flip it out of the way to deploy your irons, or just rip it off completely. So if your irons are underneath your magnifier and you don't want to flip it out of the way, so you have options. And with AR-15s, it's always good to have options. So the total length of the magnifier is 4.2 inches long. And it's a width of 2.6 inches, about 2.1 respectively, and it weighs 12.5 ounces. And the suggested retail is $479.99, which is a little stiff, honestly, for a magnifier. But considering that SIG really tries to design this to look a lot like all their other electro-optic lines, so it's kind of contiguous. I understand it's more than just a tube on a mount. They kind of engineered it a little bit to match your SIG optic. So if you really want to keep it consistent with the brand and the overall aesthetic and the color, well, there you go. But you're still paying a lot of money for a 4 times magnifier.
Well, what you forgot, it said in the article that you put in the show notes, It does also come with, you can set the height to whatever your optic is also.
Yeah, naturally.
Right.
I'd assume that's a standard by now.
You would hope.
Yes,
what
I
I'm trying
would
to
hope.
what I'm trying to figure out is what's the knob at the top for?
There's still some windage and elevation when you have a magnifier.
So
to get it to line up just right and
Yeah.
get the, I don't know if you'd still technically considered parallax, but there is still some quote unquote zeroing you have to do.
Right,
It
so
really,
you
when
want
you line it
this-
up behind your red dot, depending on how the lens of that magnifier is, that dot could be in the lower or the upper or not dead center in your view on the magnifier. So you adjust the elevation, the windage, to put that dot in the center of your magnifier, or else it'd probably drive you nuts if it wasn't in the center.
Oh yeah, it would. Yeah.
I don't know. I think SIG's a little late to the party with these. I mean, with the cost of LPVOs coming down, I wouldn't be surprised to see flip out magnifiers go the way of the Dodo. They're just not as good, in my opinion. And
would you say?
Yeah,
hey, Tony.
Yeah,
Tony.
I like having 5 pounds of optics on top of my gun. What are you talking about?
I just think the flip outs are gonna go away. I think this is so. Street price on this is $400. You look at $500 for the Romeo. For I'm looking at $900. I can for another $100 I can have a decent LPVO, save some weight. I don't know.
Heck, yeah, and you could probably, for the same price, you could probably buy a decent used low range optic.
Get like a refurbished 1-4 Vortex.
Well, a lot of people,
or something.
Yeah, and people sell them, because some people just want the newer. They want the 1-6 or something.
Mm-hmm. Or I could get 5 of the True Glows.
Well, yeah.
Put them on all your Mosins.
Nice.
Exactly.
Nice.
But I'm with Zane in that case. When magnifiers first came out, and they've been around a while now, but yeah, with the 1-4, 1-6, 1-8 optics, they're kind of going away, and I don't know why SIG brought it out, or they've had it for a while maybe, and they just decided to bring it to the US market or something.
Yep. Well, those are the products that for this week. So hopefully you found that informative. Actually, Zane, I'm pretty impressed with your feedback and how you've been on top of the getting the retail prices from some websites on the fly. So you're hired, man. You're welcome anytime. Come back.
We'll see you next week and the week after and the week after, and
yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to get on here from time to time.
Oh no, we need a weekly commitment.
I don't know why he's got to keep spelling in front of me, knowing that I can't sound it out. LVPQTS.
I don't know. I thought he was reading the eye chart. I just kept quiet and let him roll.
Nice. All right, so them's the products. So now I'm gonna read some of the other listener reviews we've gotten, and then we'll let Tony do his spiel, and then we'll get on with the conclusion of the show. So let's see. The last one that I read on the air was from May 14th, and they guessed that I had 10 filthy unwashed Magpul shirts. So that was the last one I read. So here's one that was left on the 23rd from Jim Class. Jim Class says, I just started listening to podcasts about firearms recently, and after listening to a bunch, this one is by far the best one. Even though most of what is talked about is over my head, like LPVOs, CQs, I guess, I am learning a lot and starting to pick up the lingo. The reviews reach a wide range of products and are applicable to multiple different applications. I like how most of the podcasts have a product review from a purchased product and then reviews on products that aren't in hand yet. Everyone on this podcast is extremely knowledgeable. Always can't wait till the next episode comes out. So thanks for that, Jim. That was a 5-star review. Oh, he guessed 7 mint condition
Wow.
Magpul shirts in the title of his review. So close, but no cigar.
Like I said, he hasn't been listening to us that long, has he?
How many did you get for your wedding? See, so is it still 4?
I didn't get any. I actually bought my wife one because I was buying my 4th one, and I thought I'd buy her one at the same time so I didn't get in trouble when a package showed up in the mail and she got it first and it said from Magpul. So that's how you
wait
do
till
that.
you walk into a gun shop and go, "Ooh, I think I need that new rifle."
Yep.
Honey, go over there and look at something else.
Been there, done that.
So the next review is from that N8913 who won because he guessed 4. So he left us a 5-star review, said fun to listen, great show, good info, entertaining, 4 Magpul shirts. Is that what he guessed? So thank you for that review. And again, email me, gungearreview@gmail.com, so I can send you your prize there, bud. The next one is from Equin. That was on June 4th. Another 5-star review. Says lots of laughs plus reviews of guns and gear. I listen to the show weekly since I saw Tony Simon post about it around a year ago. I love the laughs, and I love how you guys bust on each other like a real group of friends should. As for the reviews, most of the time you're actually educating me on gear I would likely never hear about if not for listening to your podcast. Thank you for doing this, and I wish you guys continued success. So thanks for that review.
Ooh.
And then the last one here is from Umag8 or Umag0, sorry. It says great podcast, 5 stars. Listen to this podcast weekly and makes the long office day go by faster. I'm guessing 15 Magpul shirts. Wrong. So that contest is over. I thank everyone for their guesses. The answer was 4. I guess I need to up my Magpul shirt game. I was gonna buy a polo from them, but I saw they were like $50, and then I choked on my coffee. But yeah, thanks for the review. What's that?
That's what it is. He's cheap. He'd have more Magpul shirts, but he just can't afford them.
Well, if I'm gonna pay for them, they gotta be cool. I'm picky about my shirt design, so. All right, so that's the reviews or the feedback. Now we're gonna get into the second is for everyone diversity shoot events. Tony, take the wheel.
Second is for everyone diversity shoot, diversityshoot.com. Help a brother out. We're taking donations on our .com. We're also building an AR. Now, I have a lower coming in, hopefully, this week for someone that's helping us build a diversity shoot AR. We got the Faxon barrel, and we have like 750 A2 pistol grips. So anything else you want to provide to help build an AR, lower parts kit, dust cover, anything, charging handle, bolt carrier group, help us build this rifle so I can give anyone credit for what they send, and we can get this built and introduce people to an AR-15 actually built by this community.
It's going to be awesome when that rifle's done and it looks like a Christmas tree made out of A2 pistol grips.
Well, what we're trying to do is actually just have everybody build it, and then what we're going to do is hopefully get everything set up to raffle it off. It's not just getting us a rifle built, it's getting us a rifle built by the community and raffling it off to new, hopefully, firearms owner or people that actually support the Second is for Everyone. So that's what we're doing. Next shoot is set up on August 3rd. Our last shoot on June 1st was awesome. Again, Sean didn't make it, so, it sucked. It could have been on another level. It could have been on another level, but it was good. We may do without Sean being there. We had really lots of giveaways. Car Arms provided us with a Spyderco Delica 4 Car Arms edition. So that alone was in the raffle bag worth $98. Plus, we had some Hex Mag, the new Hex Mag, Series 2 mags. We had those we gave away also in the same bags, along with hats from various manufacturers, including Henry. They gave us a lot of stuff. So pretty much we gave away 7 swag bags worth about $120 to $150 each.
Hey, I heard all the volunteers got a t-shirt too.
all of the volunteers that helped out during the diversity shoot. Got a very high quality, 100% American made High Point t-shirt because I'm cool like that.
Now you know I wasn't there.
Aww.
Those shirts have done awesome. You don't know quality, boy. That's all I'm saying right there.
Nice.
But
they do look
really
pretty
cool. Yeah, they are really cool shirts. They provided us with a lot of them. A lot of companies out there actually support Second Amendment groups, grassroots groups like ours. This is an idea that was put together by myself, Sean, with the help of a lot of other people. This is real grassroots. This is something we're trying to grow. Next move for us, Second is for Everyone limited edition t-shirts. We're putting that together. Hopefully by the end of the week, we have everything set up to launch this. Hopefully this will be the first place I'll let you guys know and give you a jump on getting limited edition t-shirts that will only be available once. What we're trying to do with that money is actually raise enough to become a 501(c)(3). That's what I'm trying to do, because spending money out of my pocket, overtime money and anything else I can get a hold of and stuff that people donate, well, it's 3 years deep now. I really want to make a commitment to the Second is for Everyone and turn it into something that can actually thrive. And with you guys' help, hopefully we're able to. As always, you can see us on Simon Says Train on Instagram, Second is for Everyone on Facebook. You can go to our website, diversityshoot.com. I appreciate being able to talk about this every week. Thank you, Ryan, for allowing me to do this, and thanks everybody out there.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah, what's up?
I've got an ALG advanced combat trigger. I'm going to donate to the rifle.
Awesome.
Done and done.
Cool.
Nice. All right, so that's the podcast. So I want to thank everybody for joining me this week and listening. Big thanks to Zane for joining the podcast. It was a pleasure having your expertise on here.
Hey, it was good.
Yeah, good job, man.
Yeah. Thanks to all the regulars who showed up and contribute to the mockery and the good times we have. Really? Nothing? Crickets. That's what I get for thanking you assholes. I'm sorry. Now I have something to timestamp edit. All right.
Wow.
Bleep.
So we were just winding down from this hour and a half of discussion we just had.
All right.
Oh, that was great. leave it in.
The only person to screw it up and curse on air, Ryan Cross, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a hand. Well done, Ryan.
That boy got class. That boy got class.
Been married 15 minutes and he's ornery as hell.
He's trying to get. I think he's trying to get kicked off.
That's how it is. All right, so wrapping up, send questions or comments to gungearreview@gmail.com. Remember to subscribe and leave us an iTunes review. Check out all the other shows in the Firearms Radio Network at firearmsradio.tv. And be sure to visit the Firearms Insider for reviews and industry coverage. And also follow us on Instagram, at Firearms Insider, just for the hell of it, because sometimes we post some show notes early and other kind of shenanigans.
Not today, but hey.
Yeah, not today. That was my fault.
Hey, one of the other throwback things for you is that Tony and I met a gentleman named Joe Velasquez at the Instructing Instructors event, who is one of like the 2 people who listens to the show live. So thanks for listening, Joe.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, you got a free expletive, so you're welcome.
There you go. No extra charge.
That's right. All right, everyone have a good week. Shoot safe.
Wow.
And we'll catch you on the next one, whatever that is.
I tell the boss to stop drinking.
Mumble lips.
Brian, you got to cut down, man.